Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start the next topic, that is evolution. So what exactly is evolution? The existence of the life on the earth is called as evolution or evolutionary history. It is a gradual change taking place in a living organism through a long period of time or a duration of a time. That is called evolution. So we all know that evolution is generally a complex process, right? It is a complex process where the simple elements which were generally present in the nature came into an existence and they gave a rise to the complex element or the complex living organism that led to the complexity, right? Now this evolution is a slow growing process which generally involves the development of a living organism. It means that the development of the living organism is only achieved through the evolution, which is a slow growing process, right? Now when you talk about this evolution, there is a formation of various new species, and these new species are generally formed due to the changes taking place in the specific characters of a living organism. It means that whenever there is a changes taking place in the characters of a living organism, there is the formation or the existence of a new species, and that is also due to the evolution. Now as we know that about 3.5 billion years ago, life had not been existed on the earth, right? Okay, and when this life came into an existence, it was due to the formation of simple elements present in the ocean and some of the organic and inorganic compound. Now formation of complex molecules such as proteins and nucleic acid, right? This was due to the presence of what? This was due to the presence of some organic and inorganic component. So organic and inorganic compounds present in the nature or present in the present on the earth, they generally gave rise to the existence of complex molecules such as the proteins and the nucleic acid, right? Now the first primitive type of a cell, was also existed on the earth due to the mixture of this complex molecule, that is your organic and inorganic compound. Now when you talk about the evolution, crores of species of plants and animals are existed on the earth, which are having a huge diversity and complexity. We know when we talk about the plants and animals, there are various species of plants and animals having diversities, having huge complexities, having huge adaptations, etc., right? When you talk about the animal diversity generally ranges from a single unicellular amoeba and paramecium to the up to the humans, that is man or a giant whale. And when you talk about the plants, the plant diversity ranges from a unicellular chlorella, which is the algae, up to a huge banyan tree, right? So this all different types of the changes or the complexities or the diversities are generally formed due to the existence of the life, that is nothing but evolution. So when we talk about the humans, we humans had a great curiosity for the origin of life and the existence of the life, and many different scientists came across their theories and they gave their theories, but one of the theory which was been accepted was the gradual development of living organism. This theory was been accepted. Now let's talk about the theory of evolution. According to the theory of evolution, the first living material, protoplasm, was formed in the ocean, right? You know very well protoplasm, it is an actual living substance present in a cell consisting of the nucleus and the cytoplasm. So that was generally formed in the ocean, right? Now during this changes, also some unicellular organisms were formed. Now this unicellular organism underwent different types of changes, and due to which a larger complex organisms were being evolved from the unicellular organism. Now it has been written here, you can see changes, one of the line, changes and development in living organism had been all round and multi-dimensional, right? So whatever the changes or the development which was been seen in the living organism was generally all round and it was multi-dimensional, right? Okay, now when you talk about the different types of progressive development which takes place in the life, The progressive development of plants and animals are nothing but your biotic factors, right? So the progressive development of the plants and animals from ancestors having different structural and functional organization led to the evolution. I mean to say, whatever the common ancestors were there, through them also there were different types of progressive developmental changes taking place in a plant and animal that led to the life of an evolution. So this is generally a small theory of evolution which says that the actual living material protoplast or the protoplasm was generally formed in the ocean. Along with them, unicellular organisms were formed. Unicellular organism went through a number of changes, evolutionary changes that led to the larger complex living organisms, and this progressive development taking place in a plant and an animal from a ancestor where which are the structural and functional changes led to the evolution. Thank you.